So are you one of those gardeners that got tired of paying the high prices for supermarket store-bought avocados, substandard avocados at that, and decided that you wanted to plant your own avocado tree and get your own avocados? So you bought a tree at the big box store, planted it, following all the instructions from this channel. It flowered, it set fruit. So when are your fruit going to ripen? Hi, my name is Jeff, and welcome to the Tropical Garden Guy channel. Today we're going to talk about ripening times of your avocados. But first, if you like this channel, make sure to click the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Comments and questions, leave that in the comment section below. I do my very best to get back to folks with their comments and their questions. So let's take a look at this avocado tree that's loaded with avocados, and we will discuss ripening times of avocados. So there are a number of different factors that go into the ripening times of the various different varieties of avocados that are out there. There's three major varieties. One is the Mexican variety. That's the quickest to produce fruit. Usually they, in my garden, they flower in April, May, and they're usually starting to ripen in late September, early October. Now that varies depending on the variety of Mexican variety of avocados. There's many different Mexican varieties and they all have different characteristics. The next one is the Guatemalan type, or the Guatemalan hybrids. That includes Hass, and they take a little bit longer to ripen. They will usually set fruit, flower probably late April, early May, and then they don't ripen until the following summer. So it's over a year before they are ripe. They actually have to make it through a complete winter time on the tree and be able to survive, and then you will have fruit the following summer. The other variety is a fairly quick variety, and that's a West Indian variety. That's very sensitive to the cold. Usually starts seeing damage about 32 degrees. But we don't really grow those that much here in California, though it's starting to pick up. Some folks are starting to grow the Florida, I call them Florida varieties, but they're West Indian varieties. To me, they don't really have a nutty flavor. There's some maybe out there that do, but they also ripen pretty darn quick. Same year that they flower. So there are advantages to the Mexican varieties of avocados and West Indian varieties in that they'll flower in the spring and then they ripen in the fall. Now, I have several different varieties on this tree. This tree behind me is my, let's see if I can turn around. I can't. Okay. So this tree right here is multi-grafted. It's quite loaded with fruit. Let's take a look. See, we got all this right here. Look at all these fruit. They are growing like cherries on this tree. Now, this variety is a Mexican variety, and it's called Big Black. It flowered in late March, early April, and it is set to ripen, I believe, the end of October, early November. But as you can see, these guys are already big. Take a look at some over here in the full sun. Take a look at this. These guys are already as big as a Hass avocado is that you get from the store-bought, and it's got several months left to go. So let's take a look at some of the fruit that I have growing here on my multi-grafted avocado tree. I have just the two varieties. I have Mexican variety, and I also have a Guatemalan hybrid, and I probably have one that has a little bit of West Indian blood. But here we have the first variety that I wanted to talk about, and this is Big Black. Some folks like to call it Big Black Johnson because it was David Johnson that discovered them, and he named it Big Black. But as you can see, they're just growing like crazy. Now, the fruit usually, it flowers usually in March or late April, and lo and behold, they ripen in October or early November. Another one here we've got right here. This one's a unique one. This right here is the branch of reed. And as you can see, the reeds are really small. These were one of the latest for my tree to set flowers and set fruit. This was about May. In May, this set fruit. But that's pretty special because this branch, I grafted it only a year ago and it has fruit on it. So reed is one of those that is quite a bit later than some of the other Guatemalan varieties. This reed will probably be ripe in July of next year. As you can see, things got fruit growing on it, which trips me out. So we have Big Black, which they turn black, by the way, before they ripen. So they're still green. They got a couple more months to go. Like I said, they'll be ripe in October, November, maybe in that area. It depends. They can change year to year. But for the most part, it's October and November. So we've got reed I showed you. Again, these guys crack me up because I grafted it right a year ago, and the thing is growing like crazy. So what do we have here? In my opening shot, you've seen these avocados growing, literally growing like cherries. And this is Mexicola grande. It's usually the first ones of all of my trees to flower and set fruit. It flowered in late March, early April, set fruit, and the fruit will be ripening probably September or maybe October. Now, had this been the regular Mexicola, they actually can start ripening this month. The flowers will set in March, April, and then August, September, you're eating fruit. Now, Mexicola, the standard Mexicola is a very small fruit. My Mexicolas, grandes, these things get probably, I don't know, 8-10 ounces. But they're pretty darn good fruit. So let's see, what else do we have on here? We got our big blacks. Oh, I see what we got here. Okay, this is the one that I know a lot of folks are wanting to hear about. The gigante, or as I call it now, Coraline, named after my granddaughter. This is a giant variety. It is the longest, takes the longest to ripen once it sets fruit. It set fruit in late April, early May, and it won't ripen the fruit until the following fall. So we're talking August, September. That's quite a while to have fruit hanging on the tree. Now if you look up here, not sure if you can see it, but there's a couple more fruit. This is this year's fruit that just recently flowered and set fruit. So it's got a couple big gigante fruit, or as I'm now calling it, Coraline. It's growing really good. The fruit are giant. They're usually about 3 pounds, 2 to 3 pounds. Hopefully that turns out to be that way here. But so let's head over to we don't have to look at my multi-grafted tree. Let's go over here to this guy. This guy is my Carmen has. This thing was planted it was planted 2 years ago as a 3-gallon pot, and it's doing crazy. A lot of folks don't understand this. What's special about Carmen has, they produce a Hass-like fruit, but they really produce a lot. They're very precocious. As you can take a look there, we got a couple fruit there. This tree, again, is only 2 years old. It flowered in April, and the fruit should be ripe probably next year in April. So it's about 1 year. Now, this is only the second year that it's produced fruit. It did produce fruit in its first year. I only had one, but it is a very precocious tree. This tree is about 5 feet tall, and it has 13 avocados. So, yeah, so as you can see, there's different varying times for different avocados, and it also you know, it depends on the variety, your weather. I mean, did you have a cold year or a hot year? That can make a difference too. So basically, you'll get Mexican varieties. They will flower in the spring and they'll be ripened in the fall, early winter. And that includes things like bacon, Zutano, Mexicola, Mexicola grande, all those types are Mexican varieties that ripen in the fall and early winter too. And then you have Hass varieties that usually set flowers in April, May, and then they're not ripe for another year or maybe a year and a half as much. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any more questions about avocado ripening, don't forget to leave the question in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe. My name is Jeff. If you like this channel, make sure to click the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Comments and questions, leave them in the comment section below. Hey, I got another thing I want all of my viewers to do. My camera lady, who's not my camera lady today, I'm doing a selfie, but my camera lady has started a new channel, and it's called Talking Tina, and it's local shops and restaurants and travels and cruises and stuff like that I had promised to do in my second channel that I'm really not doing. And so if you guys are interested in something like that, cooking, my wife does quilting, she makes jam out of my jaboticabas and guavas and stuff like that. If you want that type of content, check out my wife's channel, Talking Tina, on YouTube. My name is Jeff. Click that like, subscribe button and notification bell. You have a wonderful day.